Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's my crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. Your girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling the law. Fuck around, they clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
We will do it live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's doing well out there. And man, I hope you made it through to the other side. Man, Friday was a crazy. It should have been Friday the 13th, Monday the 13th, October 2025. It should have been Friday the 13th. That was a nightmare for some. Definitely a nightmare for some. Shout out to House of Trades checking in. He said Bloodalytics money print. Absolutely, bro. I hope you caught that short on Friday, well before the drop actually occurred. We actually went short on crypto, on Bitcoin and Ethereum at like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. Cha-ching, chicka-ching. You already know. We got it in, ladies and gentlemen. We made us some money on Friday. While everyone's crying and this and that. Buddy, we made us some money on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. House of Trade said, yes, sir. So we're gonna be getting started here. We got to look at what's going on with these markets. Again, you saw literally the biggest liquidation in crypto history happen on Friday. Okay, we gotta suss through this because it didn't happen by mistake, and it should show you how fragile these crypto markets are and how you should protect yourself is to be very, very diligent, very, very swift with your decisions, and also have some dry powder on the side. Have some dry powder on the side, ladies and gentlemen, for these crazy dips. This shows you that there isn't really that much liquidity in these markets. Not as much as people think. Okay. We do have a rebound happening right now. If you take a look at CNBC, we'll get into the trades here in a minute. I do have some trades for you, some live trades we can set up. But if we take a look at first CNBC really quickly, you'll see we are having a rebound. NASDAQ up 1.5%. Okay. VIX is down. It's almost 6%. VIX is down. All right. So we are seeing a slight recovery as Trump eases concerns around U.S.-China trade tensions. Now, we got to talk about this guy named Garrett Jin. Okay, who is Garrett Jen? I'll explain to you who Garrett Jen is and what happened to him on last Friday. But as you can see, Dow Jones up 400 points as Trump posts eases concern around U.S.-China trade tensions. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by Trump is literally every day it's something different. You can't rely on his signal. He's all over the place. Every day it's a different narrative. It's a different strategy. I don't understand how markets have been able to stay this well put together in the last couple of months, because Trump has, to me, it is getting worse and worse. The erraticness of it all, his decision making is getting worse and worse, if you ask me. And maybe we'll continue to see higher and higher volatility with the markets, because markets don't like uncertainty. They do not like uncertainty. We got D Fuentes in the building. Good morning to you, my friend. Yes, smash that like button. We're going to look at our trades from last week, man. I think this might be the biggest single trade I actually made in this year from what happened on Friday. So huge success to anyone using Scalpalytics Pro at bloodalytics.com. Link in the description below. You see it on the screen. You can scan this QR code as well and sign yourself up, because we live for these days. We live for these volatile days. And 9 times out of 10, we're going to be on the right side of the market. 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, we're on the right side of the market with Bloodalytics, baby. So again, it's not all bad. And I'll tell you about Garrett Jen, because as you guys know, trading is a zero-sum game. So if one person loses, another person wins. If one person wins, another person loses. It's damn near, at least in the short run, if you're trading day to day, you are trading first against yourself, but secondly, you're trading against that other person in the market. So are you going to be the winner, or are you going to be the one with the chicken dinner? Chicken dinner, winner, winner. Again, get over to bloodalytics.com and sign up right after the stream. I don't want you to sign up right now, because I'm about to give you potentially a nice trade setup in today's episode. But if we go back and look at, this is here's what I did for you, just to this is an illustration. What I did, I took our public, you can see up there in the top corner, maybe not. I can zoom in. You see it says private there. Okay. What I did was take the Scalpalytics Pro signal and I added in the code. I hard coded in there in the script. And do I want to show you that? I don't want to give away my secret sauce. I better not show you that. I'll show. Let me do this. I'm gonna hop over here to this one. Okay, this is a skunkworks signal. We went short. We went short on Bitcoin actually yesterday, Sunday evening, and we've been kind of going back and forth, but we finally exited that short. Again, this is my skunkworks, highly experimental, new system, new signal, but we did close that short right there. I'm just showing you that so I can bring up the code and show you what I did. So what I did here is modified the window. Just trying to find where I did this here. And scroll down. It's a lot of code, I just can't show. I don't want to show you the secret sauce. Well, actually, I don't even have to really show you that, but I will. This part I can show you. So let me show you this really quickly. So what I did was I had this code in the actual script, but I had it commented out. So I uncommented it and I added these inputs here, start and end. And basically it's just telling the system when not to trade. So it's giving you that window of when not to trade. Okay, so I added that back into the system, into the script. And again, this is not live. I'm just doing this for illustration purposes. I added these two input fields, do not trade start and do not trade in. Okay, added those in there. And essentially, you'll see now like there are red or areas where there isn't any red, essentially where you're able to trade or where you should take a trade. So I did this to say, and I tell you guys to do this anyway, right? But I'm giving you a pragmatic, programmable vision or view of when you should trade and when you shouldn't. Now, you know, in Signal publicly, I give you guys, and I'll pull it up. I don't put any restrictions on there because, you know, you're your own boss. You got to figure out when you want to trade or whatnot. I'm just letting you know and giving you the illustration of when it's most profitable. So, you know, only time I don't allow any trades is over the weekend. That's when I do not allow any new trades, and that's over the weekend. That's a no-go. Okay. However, through the week, it's free reign. You can trade whenever you want. You'll see all the signals all day, every day. I do give you, and let me zoom in, go full screen here. I do give you guys the indications of when the London and US zones do start and stop. At least you have that as a reference. But I don't, you know, I give you all the signals throughout the week. You manage it because you may be integrating this with a system that you use. So I don't want to impede on that, right? But I modified the script to basically filter only the time zones from 9, basically like 9:20 until 6 o'clock. 9:20 to 6 o'clock. I filtered it out so it won't take any other trades. Okay. Just to show you the profitability of this scalping system trading during that time frame. And so here are the results. If I filter out and just simply show you the trades during that time zone, this is what you get. Okay, so I did that just to show you it. This is a profitable system. It's all about when you trade it. You need to trade. I suggest trading the Scalpalytics Pro systems during US time zones and ending it after that. And you'll be able to make yourself some money. Comparable, if we compare that to the one that that's public, it's the same signal, but I have it running like every trade through the week. You'll see the difference. But again, if you trade during the US time zone, you will get something closer to this, comparable to this, which is every trade except weekends. And the week we don't have weekends on either of them. But I did that to illustrate that for you. Let's see if we can pick up on a trade though. Let's see if we can pick up on a trade right now, because we did make some trades earlier today. This was a buy on Bitcoin. We caught the pump at the beginning of the session on Bitcoin, took 50% of our profits right here, and then we basically stopped out. So we got stopped out after the 50% take profit. So we're nearly a break even on that trade. We didn't lose too much of anything. We went short on that, took 50% of our profits there, and then we closed our short just above our entry. So we're now long, and we're below entry on this long. So this is what you want to, this is how you want to enter this trade. Oh, actually, we just went short again. Uh-oh, just went short. So we just went short on Bitcoin. You can set your stop loss. Set your stop loss up here at 114.873. Actually, I'll do 114.880 is where I would put my stop loss on this trade. And this is a good area to get in because we're going counter to our signal right now, as of right now. So that you're getting in above entry on this short. So that's less risk for you, more reward. So go ahead and place that trade. Make sure you put that stop loss in there, though. Very important to put that stop loss in there. Okay. So I'm putting mine in now. So give me a second while I put my stop loss in. And you want to do it based on percentage. So you just bring your ruler out. I'll tell you right now, 0.34% higher than where we are right now in the markets. Okay, 0.34%. So if I come over here and bring out the ruler, 0.3, we'll do 0.37. All right, we'll do it right there. Copy. And we're going to punch that into the stop loss on this trade. All right. There you go. Round of applause. We in there like swimwear. All right. So you got your stop. You got your short in. You should have gotten in your short above entry. So you should be in the green right now. We got our stop loss set at 114.865. But again, you want to do it based on percentages because each exchange is going to have a slightly different price. So the safer bet is to do it by percentage. So we got a percentage of 0.46 ticks away from where we are right now. All right. There you go. Nothing already in a short on Ethereum. In the short on Ethereum, we took 50% of our profits down here. We saw a sweep lower, and now, you know, we retraced up a little bit, but still in the green on this short. Let's check in and see who we got in the building right now. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit the like button. Army, my guy. I checked in on Army Piper earlier on his stream with OC. I was looking forward to seeing my guy from the D, where my Detroit had at Army Piper. AI Griff said, well, soon as I seen what happened with Binance, then the wick from hell, I thought, oh, we about to fucking rip up. Yeah, for sure. We got Steve Hickey in the house. Shorting Bitcoin. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We came in like a wrecking ball. Absolutely. My people. Hit that like button while you come in, guys. Appreciate it. So we went short Army Piper on Bitcoin, and I got some info I'm going to look at. You might be surprised. Yeah, FD couldn't get in there today. You might be surprised, but or maybe not. The guy Garrett Jin, who shorted Bitcoin right before the market crashes, he speaks out now. You might be surprised or not. He just did something this morning. He made another move. I'll go over that in a second. Stick around. You might want to hear this info. Now, we, over here with the Bloodalytics crew, we don't trade off of fundamentals. It's all technical and it's all program. It's called rule-based trading. So it's all based on rules, no external information like what whales are doing, what Michael Saylor is doing, what Trump is doing. Because if we would have been relying on Trump to tell us something last week, let's just go back. Let's go play back last week. Biggest trade of the year for me. If we relied on Trump to tell us something, we wouldn't have got into our shorts maybe somewhere until after the first drop, which happened at almost 5:00 p.m. on Friday. We got in our short at 10:18 Friday. So we ate all of that. We went home with the Chuck E. Cheese on our face this weekend, baby. Okay, so we are in this short right now. Bitcoin. I actually had you guys get in above entry up here in this zone. I love getting above entry. We got our short on deck. Stop losses intact. All right. So where do we go from here? Well, let's just first step back. A lot of people were talking about oracles, glitches in the oracle, and this is why the crash happened. No, the crash happened. It literally was direct correlation with what Trump said, because you have to look at not only what happened in crypto, but what happened in TradFi, right? TradFi crashed as well. Traditional markets crashed as well. So there's your correlation. There's your confirmation on what caused it. Because if it was an oracle situation over in crypto and that was isolated to just crypto, guess what? You wouldn't have seen a crash in equities. Equities don't give a rat's ass about an oracle not working properly or Binance this and that or whatever the case may be. They don't care about that, right? So it's a asymmetrical situation or relationship, right? Crypto doesn't really weigh too much on TradFi, but TradFi weighs in heavily and influences heavily what goes on in crypto. Army said, I'm still short from 126. My crypto space. Yes, we are live, baby. We're live. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. Hit the like button. We are short. We just added another short. This is an intraday short from Scalpalytics Pro. All right, we're using the Scalpalytics Pro Bitcoin Ethereum pack. $45.99 a month, or you can save 20%, $108, and sign up for the yearly and get cracking ASAP, just like we do. All right, so let's talk about this here, Garrett Jin. So Garrett Jin has been identified as well, who placed a $735 million position, short position on Bitcoin right before the market crashed. The timing of the short trade has raised suspiciously as insider trading. No, Jin denies allegation. No, we got in before. I don't know what time he got in. He opened a position up via hyperliquid, prompting speculation that they had insider knowledge. I don't know what time he did this, but we didn't have, I didn't know nothing about what Trump was doing. And I got in at 10 a.m. Friday morning. It's not telling me what time he got in, but boy, he made $100 million, ladies and gentlemen. He made $100 million. So it says CZ amplifies accusation. So Ion Chain's post only been seen by the few thousand X users that follow the account. Jin's whale activity might have remained largely under the radar, but the post reached a much larger audience after it was shared by Binance founder CZ, who has over 10 million followers. Responding to CZ's post, Jin wrote, "Thanks for sharing my personal and private information. To clarify, I have no connection with the Trump family or Donald Trump. This isn't insider trading." In another post, Jin claimed that crypto used to fund the short position was not his own, but belonged to clients. Moreover, he made the case that the trade wasn't informed by inside knowledge, but was the result of careful economic analysis. So here's the thing. I'm reading a book right now, and I think this is a book that all of you should read as traders. You guys are all traders. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. There's a book out there called Fooled by Randomness. Fooled by Randomness by Nassim Taleb. Now, I've read 3 Nassim Taleb books. Black Swan. I read, what's the other book that I read by Nassim? Anti-Fragile. There's a third one that I read. But this is my 4th Nassim Taleb book I'm reading. But this book is, man, this is by far, I would say, the best one. The best one. Check this book out, guys. I think as a trader, this will definitely help you out. All right, Fooled by Randomness. Excellent book. Check that out when you guys get a chance. But yeah, that is a little suspicious. Clients. Who are the clients? The clients must have told you. Just because you don't know Trump and Trump's family, the clients might. You know what I mean? However, we have to always keep in mind that at any given time, at any given moment, randomness happens, and someone had to be there to place a trade. Now, I will say the trade is outsized. The size of that trade is suspicious, right? What made you go commit 700 million on that short? There had to be something more than just, you would think. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe we're fooled by randomness. It could have, right? You roll a die, it's a 50-50 chance. You just don't know. It definitely could have been a coincidence. But from what I'm understanding, and I guess we can talk about this now. Well, first, I just want to go over, this was the biggest crash that we've seen, liquidation that we've seen in crypto. I have to go and do some research and find out if this is percentage-wise the biggest crash. I'm not too sure. I know dollar amount it is, but quite naturally, the more valuable crypto is, and the more valuable the crypto market is, market cap of the entire crypto ecosystem, the bigger it is, quite naturally, the dollar amounts are going to be bigger. I need to find out, and maybe you guys can help me out. Was that the biggest percentage liquidation wipeout? Percentage drop. Get it if you didn't yet, people. Bloodalytics printing money. Yes, indeed, my friend. It is. Best kept secret. Sorry, I missed it. Are we talking about Binance? A little bit. Yeah, we're talking about CZ's response to the gentleman that we now know is behind $700 $735 million short position he put on Friday. He says that he was trading on behalf of quote clients. It wasn't his money. So my theory, or the next question I have to ask is, did the client prompt you to do the short, or was that your own intuition to put a short on behalf of your client, 735 million? You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comments below. All right. Now, I want to, so the 19 billion, right, that was wiped out surpasses even the 2020 and 2022 crisis. Now, again, I need to know percentage wise, not dollar amount. A single policy threat from a political leader can instantly reshape global sentiment, underscoring crypto's sensitivity to macro shocks. Of course, I tell you guys this ad nauseum. Listen, crypto is not a risk off asset. Crypto is not a safe haven. Crypto will get your ass toe up just like the stock market if shit hits the fan. Okay, he is aggressively shorting right now. That's right. You jump. Hey, you beat me to it, Dave. You beat me to it. That's what we're talking about next. So he's back at it again. So anyway, this is what this is all because of Trump's trigger finger. I mean, he wakes up and it's one thing, he goes to sleep and wakes back up and it's another thing. It's just topsy-turvy all over the place. Policy just shifts by the day, basically. His strategy shifts by the day, it seems. Okay. Now to Dave Digital, and shout out to Dave Digital. Dave Digital brought up a point about this whale. Guess what? He back at it again. So whale has just put a $160 million short on the table, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the picture. This is the address. Why he would use the same wallet is diabolical. It's beyond my understanding, since you've been pretty much put on blast. Why would you turn around and put another 160 on as a short? Now, granted, it's damn near 7 times, 6 and some change times less than, or 5 and some change less than what the original short was. So that, read that how you may. Dave says he has a flawless record in 2025 in his trades. He trades on Hyperliquid. Must be using Bloodalytics. Must be using Bloodalytics. Because I could have swore he went short when Crypto Blood and the gang went short, ladies and gentlemen. he went short when Crypto Blood and the gang went short. I don't know. We went short at 10.18. And Garrett Jen went short at 10.18 too, baby. At any rate, he's back at it, ladies and gents. He's back at it. And it looks like, well, at the time of this post, he's up maybe about, is he up 6 million? I think he's up about 6.8, 5.8 million right now. Oh, at the time of that post. I really can't, I can't really see it like that, but yeah. Interesting. 290 million up. He's up 290. Jeez Louise, bro. He knew that to trade and make the money. I would do it if I had the info. You're damn right. Guess what? Insider trading isn't illegal. guys. It's not illegal here in crypto. So technically, he's not doing anything wrong. It's almost like, I don't know if you guys know how a lot of insider trading is going on in the poly market, in the prediction market game from Kalshi or on Kalshi or Polymark. It's legal. There's a gray area. People are exploiting it. So until the SEC somehow, and I don't know how you regulate a prediction market. That's really like no way to regulate that, in my opinion. No real way to regulate that, guys. So good luck and have fun trying, SEC. Good luck trying. Can we please get the likes up, ladies and gents? Let's get the likes up right now. All right. The ratio is looking dismal right now. So please take this time to hit the like button right now. We need those likes to get up because it is looking bad. Come on, y'all. I know a lot of people watch from the TV. Just take the moment, tap that screen, and hit the like button for me. All right. So we have now, Dave Digital beat me to the punch, but we do have news that the guy, Garrett Jin, who is the infamous $735 million shorter, who made $192 million last week on Friday, he's back at it with $160 million short on deck, guys. So what does this mean? Do we follow the leader or do we not? Does he know some more information or does he not? I don't know. You guys let me know. Would you follow the leader? The guy that made 190 million Friday, would you follow him? I didn't make that much, but you didn't follow me. So I don't know. Are you going to follow Mr. Jin? Are you going to follow Mr. Jin and go short too? Because we're short too. I'm just saying it's ironic that, you know, I don't know. We're short as well with Mr. Jin. Is he a Bloodalytics member? I don't know. Or does he have insider news? Drop a 1 in the chat room if he's a Bloodalytics member. Drop a 2 if he has insider information. MP, thank you, my friend. And Dave said, never followed the wallet, but I'm short right now. Hey, you're short right with us, buddy. You're right there with us. You're right there with us, my friend. We in there like swimwear too. We are in there like swimwear too, my friend. So we'll see what happens, but let's take a look quickly at let's do a macro zoom out at the markets, because I do want to go over, just get some spatial orientation going here and see what we have on deck. All right, I use Bitfinex OG feed. I know, but it is what it is. This is what I like to use. Bitfinex probably has, next to Bitstamp, the longest history price action or price history historical prints for Bitcoin. Now, over here on Bitfinex, I kind of do like this as far as a bullish stance. Now, that doesn't mean we don't go lower from here first. You know, we could do another test or get close to it, do a sweep, maybe get next to this V here. Let's draw our A's and V's. Maybe we get a little close to this V. Here's the second V, you know, Will we sweep low and maybe do an inverted head and shoulders so we get down to the 110.5 area? Possible, before heading higher. But I will say this does look very bullish. Not very, but it's promising. So if we come back down here, that's a 3.5, 3 1/3% move down. Maybe a wick down here just to touch Trump's top again. Pause. But I'm going to be honest with you, it does look promising that we potentially continue our way back up. Okay, back up. Now, getting back up here is going to be tough, guys. It's going to be tough to get back up here because this is why. So every move up, you know, this takes effort, it takes energy, right? But we just literally wiped that whole, which took, by the way, this took 8 days. Took 8 days of buying to get up here to all-time highs. And it literally took a day and a half or a day. I mean, we started to roll over prior to the flash crash on Friday. But it, you know how markets go. You take the stairs up and the elevator shaft down every time. I say sit back and let it play out. If it dumps, buy the dip and say thank you. There you go. Dave P in the building. So I'm going to be honest. This is setting up. This looks good for some support and giving us some floor under the markets right now. We could get a retracement either back to this A, which is probably more likely. Okay. Which is going to be going across here. All right. So you're talking about like 113, 112, 113 area. You may get a tap there, a bounce there like that. Then we head higher. That's a scenario that looks likely. Yeah, that looks pretty likely. Or we can get a sweep back down to the shoulder over here. The left shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, potentially. Okay. But that's enough for, you know, big dog, Garrett Jen, to cover his short. And you guys know covering a short or closing a short does what? To close a short, you have to do what? Buy. You have to buy that asset that you're shorting. So it's kind of like a catalyst for a move back up when you close your short. Okay. So you'll get a close of the short, a nice pop, and then you'll get people following suit, closing their short. That makes it go higher. And then if you get buyers in there, that's when you really make that bad boy rip. And so you could potentially see a move from this region down here or right here, just depends, but give or take a couple percent. But you could easily see another rip in Bitcoin of about 10 to 12% higher to get us back here. Now, what happens here? Only God knows, and the aliens too. Okay, and John Titor, the time traveler, he knows. But if we can get back up here, this is our next test. Really, even before that, again, draw your V's and your A's. So your V's here and your V here. Okay, a V here. These are zones where we could get stopped as well. So if I draw a horizontal line, we can kind of see these levels. And it's usually not one line. It's normally a zone or an area, a region where you get resistance. And we probably would run into resistance in the 119 zone. So this is really our first stop right here, our first test. Whoa. First test. And if we pass that test, second test is up here. Right here. So that's what we got going on here, guys. All right. That's what we got going on. So hit that like button. I gave you the analysis for today. We're in a short right now. I gave you the stop loss parameters for that. Your take profits. I appreciate the likes. Thank you guys for coming in with those likes. We were looking horrible there. And yeah, we'll rock it out and see what happens here. But overall, we are very critical time period right now to figure out. I do think, though, overall, just to summarize, I do think we are in a better position to go up than to go lower at this point. Granted, we do have Garrett Jen, the big short guy from Friday, who made $195 million. He is back at it with another $160 million short. But that's quite less than his $725 million short he placed on Friday. So conviction is where your money is. So if if he felt like we were going much lower, he would have put the same amount or more or something close to it. He did not. So that may be a telltale sign for you as well. At any rate, there you have it. That's my live analysis on today. Red Elephant in the building. Thanks for tuning in, my guy. Hit that like button. Very good movie. The book was better. The book was better. The book was better. But hit that like button, ladies and gents. We are still in this short. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. We'll see where it pans out. And we're going to keep this bad boy trading. Hit that like button. Again, don't forget bloodalytics.com to have these powerful tools that you see live every stream at the palm of your hands or in the palm of your hands. $44.99 across the board for all the Scalpalytics Pro. We got the Moonalytics as well, which is more of a swing trading system based around the lunar cycles, the lunar phases. That's available as well. And don't forget to check out BYDFi. Sign up. Excellent exchange. Been with them for a while now. Been with them for absolute about 5 years now, 6 years. So shout out to BYDFi and the crew over there. And of course, I can't forget my guys over there at MGBX. They're building right now, ramping up, making updates. And this is a exchange you need to look out for because they're going to be making some waves here soon. Link in the description for both of those, and Blowfin as well for the automated system. I'm out of here, people.
Yo, it's crypto blood. Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point. OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, twist the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Hands stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. The girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my trap, they calling the law. Fuck around, they clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.